Hey everybody, it's Chuggaaconroy! Welcome back to more Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness! In the last episode, we got back here to Solrock Isle after purifying Dodrio at long last and giving it its new nickname, Trifecta. Hasn't got a chance to battle with its new nickname, but that might change because in this episode, we're going up even higher into Solrock Isle and seeing what might be waiting for us up there. Now, I want to clear out some inventory space, I need some minor healing, and I don't want to walk all the way back to the Pokemon healing machine, so I'm just going to use my regular potions that I got for free early on, and at long last use them to heal up my team. Okay, I'm going to go in with the duo of Aggron and Claydol, just because I feel like that's a good duo to go in with. I personally have gotten really attached to that duo, and up we go. Check it out. It's the area that we were able to see from far off. It's that huge orb of sorts. Not sure what it's used for, but hey, he must be near the top. Snattle, buddy, can't get enough of how you walk. It's so strange, but I love it. Mwoof. So we meet again. My plan was perfect. The only problems were that utterly useless Lavrina and Gorgon. And you. You spoiled the brilliant plan I had devised for Phoenix City. And thanks to that terrible, hard-nosed woman, I suffered the humiliation of having my worst moment broadcast all over Ore. To gain Master Greevil's forgiveness, and for me to assume my rightful position as Governor of Ore, I must defeat you. This time, I won't be shy about revealing to you the full extent of my power. He says this now, but with so much at stake last time, don't you think he would have been fighting at full power then? Just saying, Snattle, I think you need to get your priorities in order. But, I say he's got his priorities on his team pretty well in order, because he's starting off with Metang, level 42, Steel Psychic type, Clear Body for its ability, its stats cannot be lowered. Metal Claw Psychic, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. And Quagsire, level 42, Water Ground type. Water Absorb for its ability, so don't hit it with any Water type moves, obviously, or else it'll get healed. It's got Mud Shot, Brick Break, Rock Tomb, and Ice Punch. This is actually a pretty good starting duo, just be thankful that Metang is not fully evolved into Metagross. It's got two pretty defensive Pokemon out, doesn't have bad moves in either of them. Let's hope that we get lucky. Let's use Earthquake, attack both of them. Go! Tang is able to just barely hang on, very not good. Of course, Jinza makes ground moves ground moves miss. That's kind of an achievement making something like that moo. Get a Thunder Punch, not gonna hurt all that much though, because, well, Thunder Punch is not that powerful an attack. Just saying. Oh no, I say that and then that happens. It's not a bad attack, it's just that, well, wow. Damn. So, it seems that there is inconsistent information out there about this Quagsire. I had one source claiming that it had the moveset that I said, but then the other one was claiming that it had Mud Shot, Body Slam, and Waterfall. So once again, information about Ore is sparse and often incorrect. I do want to thank somebody, however, while I'm doing this, I do want to thank somebody by the name of the Wonder Doc on Twitter for translating this German website that had full movesets of all the Ore Pokemon, but unfortunately, it seems like these movesets are also flawed, much like Bulbapedia's and any other website I was able to come across. Seems like nobody will ever get their information straight about Ore, but I do really appreciate your translations because the movesets you've been giving me are more accurate than what Bulbapedia had. Anyway, that's enough for that. We took out both of his Pokemon, we healed the paralysis on Billy Bob. And now, what are his next two Pokemon? Are they going to be just as good as the first two? Come on, stop getting experience so slowly. Scizor, level 42, Steel Bug type. Swarm for its ability, so it'll get a buff to its Bug type moves. And speaking of Bug type moves, it has Silver Wind in addition to Metal Claw, Steel Wing, and Slash. Also, Solrock is a Shadow Pokemon. Solrock, level 41, Rock Psychic type, Levitate for its ability. It has Shadow Rave, Shadow Sky, and Shadow Panic when fighting against it, and if you recall, it's very fitting that he has Solrock of everything, because, well, he had Lunatone last time we battled against him. For those wondering about Solrock as a Pokemon, I like his starting moveset. Baton Pass and Cosmic Power is definitely interesting. Sunny Day, if you didn't already pick up the team, is great, but Psychic brings me to my problem with Solrock. It has a tiny special attack stat. It's its lowest stat. So if you want this to do damage, it's not really going to be able to do it. It does have a decent enough attack stat if you want to teach it Rock-type moves, but I just find it a little disappointing that special attack is its lowest stat of all when it's got a Psychic type there that it could be using for that purpose. And the thing is, Lunatone has a 95 special attack and is the exact same type, plus it knows Psychic from the get-go, and you encountered it in your first battle with Snattle. So I feel like if you wanted to use Solrock, you would already be using Lunatone because it's kind of better at the things that you would typically want it to be doing. It does have Levitate for its ability, which is great, so I can't say that it's irredeemable if you want to have something immune to Earthquake and to take a few hits. But I can't say that I like it as much as that Lunatone before. Plus, that Lunatone even had a hold item. This doesn't even come with anything like that. Unless you really, really wanted to use Solrock and Lunatone as a duo on the team, like I suggested earlier, for those who just might want to do that, because I always thought that was so weird in 3rd gen how they introduced duos like Plusle and Mine, and yet there were barely any double battles in Ruby and Sapphire. So even though they are kind of powerful when fighting together, it just doesn't make sense because you're not going to get to use their plus and minus abilities together all that much. So that was just kind of something that I always was bothered by, was just the fact that you didn't really get usage of those things. I'm going to go for a double edge right here. I'm not sure exactly how I want to go about this. I'm going to go for the Psychic on Scissor as well. I know it's going to be resisted though, but I'm just hoping it'll do a little bit more than Ancient Power did because of low special defense. And maybe I'll even get lucky and lower its special defense in the process. No, it didn't. Okay. Shadow Ray. This is going to suck. Okay. Alright, actually not that bad. I know that's attacking both Pokemon, so it wasn't going to do much. Okay, I was glad that that didn't hit. Alright. Boom! Look at how big its hand gets when it uses that. Look at that. Its hand gets big like it's punching in a cartoon or something like that. It's like Wario, man. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yes, yes. The flashing lights strike all of our Pokemon. That takes quite a while to go through. Don't worry, I didn't cut anything important. I was just kind of sitting there thinking a little bit about what I wanted to do. I was thinking about switching out Billy Bob, but I think I'm going to stick with him. Of course, Ancient Power doesn't do much damage. I had no PP left for Psychic, so that's why I did that. I'm talking like quite the motor mouth right there, and unfortunately... Whoa, 13 HP. Fortunately, I don't think Billy Bob's got much less in him. If Scissor manages to hit with Steel Wing, which it's totally going to, Billy Bob's going down. Critical hit! That just adding insult to injury. Alright, first time feigning as an Aggron, but hey, can't argue that he put up a good fight. He took out the first 2 team members with relative ease despite being at a type disadvantage. Let's go for Gadzooks next. I feel like that'd be kind of useful in this situation. Alright. Let's see what you got there, Zangoose. I like you, Zangoose. I've said that many times. I can never get enough of Zangoose. Just kind of one of those Pokemon that I always liked. I think I even used one competitively at a time because I had one that had a 31 in attack, and that was kind of back in the day when you couldn't easily get IVs that you wanted, you know? That was kind of fun. Just kind of having a Pokemon like that. It was very stylish. No one else carried one. Maybe that's part of the reason why I like it so much. Anyway, Brick Break I think would be good here, and... Shoot, how do I want to go about this? This is really, It's actually kind of a screwed situation. Ancient Power on Scizor. Okay. So, Gadzooks goes first. Takes out that Scizor, no problem at all. Nice, gave me the chip damage that I needed, was able to outspeed everybody on the field. Just what I wanted. Alright, who's next? Who you got coming out next, Snattle? If Dodrio cannot level up, that'd be great. Cast Form. Cast Form, level 42, normal type, forecast for its ability. Once again, it is a question mark type if you have Shadow Sky in effect. It has Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, Weather Ball, and Water Pulse. I almost said it had a Shadow move there. That would have been kind of weird. Not that I would have minded some of these Shadow moves becoming a mainstay, especially in double battles, but, you know, maybe they're just too good. I could see a mean look on both of your opponent's Pokemon in a double battle getting banned for being too good. That'd be kind of cool. There hasn't been a banned move that's appeared in a while. I know that Double Team is, of course, though, but I haven't really seen a move get banned in a long time. I know that for a while people were debating if Stealth Rock should get banned, but it hasn't, to my knowledge. I'm saying that a lot in this battle. I shouldn't sound so uncertain to myself. Let's go in with the Brick Break. Let's take out that Cast Form. Critical hit. It's done. All right, Snattle. Down to your last 2 Pokemon. End of your rope. What are you going to send out as your last resort? Come on. I know that you're fighting with all you got because you want to fight the embarrassment. What do you got? Give me your best shot. Starmie! And it's a Shadow Pokemon. But before I get into how it is as a Pokemon, level 41, Water Psychic type, Natural Cure or Illuminate for its ability. It can be either or because it's a Pokemon that you can catch. Shadow Storm, Shadow Mist, and Shadow Break. Now, as for Starmie as a Pokemon, Starmie, as I always say, is a tried and true Pokemon. Since the beginning of time, and even to this day, in generations later than this, Starmie remains an excellent force to be reckoned with. Its typing of Water and Psychic gives it awesome offensive capabilities with same type attack bonuses. Only thing that I can say about it offensively here that's negative is the fact that it doesn't come with a Psychic type move when a lot of Psychic Pokemon do come with Psychic. So it's a little bit disappointing that you have no offensive Psychic type moves right off the bat though, but hey, I guess you could always use TMs for that. Aside from that, it's a fast Pokemon. It has a really nice special attack stat. It's pretty good at standing up to attacks. Not amazing, but good enough. And yeah, everyone loves Starmie. It is was pretty much king of the metagame back in the days of Red and Blue, if not for Tauros and Snorlax. Those were kind of the other two that stood tall alongside it, above everything else. And only recommendation I can make for Starmie, besides teaching it a Psychic type move on your own, is that Natural Cure is obviously the better of its two abilities. And there we go! Caught Starmie successfully, now for Solrock. So as I throw this ball that is going to contain your defeat, Mr. Snattle, I have a question for you. Were you always crazy as a Lunatone, or did you just recently become solid as a Solrock? Ha ha! Gotta take down my opponents with bad puns. It's just the way things are. What have you to say? My plan, it was supposed to be perfect! Shielding his face just in case that woman with the clown shoes has a camera nearby. Ugh, my plan, my perfect plan. Master Greevil, forgive me! Can't have a Snattle appearance that I'm running away like a scared little girl. So he goes back into that elevator. But what is whoa, freaking interrupting. What is really nice about that is that now that we have come to the top, we can now use this elevator that Greevil used earlier anytime we wish. Meaning that if you need to go back down and heal or use the PC or take care of purifications, that is nice and easy for you. But you're leaving already? Not before I show you my brand of hospitality! Cleef. Hey, he's the bodyguard of the Cleefs. No wonder they put him there. Oh, I get it. You're using Blissey. Duh, that's why you have hospitality. I understand you now, Mr. Bad Guy, sir. And you know what else? I'm going boom! Oh, that feels so good. I know that it's gonna hurt Voltaire as well, but you know what? I don't care. I get to blow up Blissey. Nice voice crack there. Okay. That's good hate. That is good hate. Oh, down you go, Blissey. Down you go. Of course Shuckle survives, but I don't care. We're gonna throw out Mustache and Trifecta now. And let's end this battle. I don't see this going on much longer, aside from these really long sending out animations, because we gotta see them twice. I was complaining about that. I really need to find new things to complain about, but it's just something that really irks me. I'm sorry to have held you up, he says. Well, at least he's nice about it. He did say he was going to be hospitable. Third time I'm bringing that up, but still, it is what he said. I'm poisoned. All right. Thank goodness the Pokemon healing machine isn't here. Gonna heal up, and I will see you guys back at the top. All right, back up top. Decided to shift around my items a little bit. Now that Dodrio has access to Drill Peck, I gave it the Sharp Beak, and I also gave Mustache the Never Melt Ice, just because I was kind of torn between if I wanted to use the Mystic Water because Water Pulse isn't all that strong, or if I wanted to power up my Ice moves. I ultimately went for the Ice moves because I tend to use Blizzard a lot more, and Ice Beam as well. Those are kind of my preferred methods of attacking. So I went for those. Believe it or not, Mustache still had the Focus Band on it from a long time ago. Yeah, some help that was. It never activated once that I can remember. Alright, so our team is all healed up. I say we continue onward. It's been a while, boy. Do you remember me? Do you recall this? I helped you in Gation Port. There is no need for thanks. I was merely punishing a fool that used a Shadow Pokemon in public. At the time, we didn't want the world to know what we, Cypher, were planning. Back then, I thought you were just an ordinary child. Little did I suspect you would become Cypher's biggest and most damaging threat. That's enough talk. You have the skills and wherewithal to reach Citadark Isle. Let me see your abilities in full glory.